Hey everyone, get your tickets to the moon ready as we're slowly but surely launching to the aerospace. What's happening, everyone? SHIB is growing, Ethereum is growing, Bitcoin is growing on the longer term. Thank you so much for dropping a like and growing this channel because I do have some positive news and you can hear in my positive energy that things are finally starting to unveil. Something we have been waiting for a long time is now starting to happen. Hold strong lunar bulling to 0.01 cent moon, and that's really nice because guys, Webull just added SHIB under traceable cryptocurrencies and said it's under a test at the bottom. Webull's gonna list US, and they probably did already, but this is just another factor for why we should be having more listings on Robinhood, maybe on Coinbase, you know. But Webull has been here for a while, and if you want free $2,300 bonus for Webull, all you have to do is click on the link in the description below. I thank you so much for that because we're dropping into a lot of news, and this is very bullish for Shiba Inu. Now, if you're holding Shiba Inu coins, you're still in a bit of a luck because we're still under 1 million holders. Imagine SafeMoon. You know, SafeMoon had a huge burn, and yet the price is not increased yet. A lot of the whales who bought in early profited the most, but so hyped by the community after I received such a great feedback, so I spent all night to make this NFT, and the community is still here. You know, supply of 100, giving 5 away for free today. Get the 0001 of my new Shiba cards collection. NFTs are being made. And with these NFTs, you can see a burn, a shining star. That is Shiba Inu, and that's something, you know, we are going to be potentially seeing in the future, from Shiba Inu random NFTs to Shiba Inu trading cards. Now, what I'm waiting for is for a Shiba Inu game by itself. While we get the Shiba Inu NFTs, that will surely cause a big burn, and your coins will lower in the supply. You will have the same amount of coins, but there will be only lower and lower supply of SHIB around the world. So they are trying to get 1,000 wolf listings this year by the end of the year, from what I know so far on ShibaSwap. That is 2.5 million gonna be burned this year. And that is a nice start. That is a really nice start. And we can see, you know, a bone is also kind of increasing. I think a bone will drop even more as it dropped, you know, by 60% in the last 30 days. And as it gets minted more and more, this is a bug. But I do think and I do expect bone to grow. Obviously, I do think bone will go from 50 cents or $1 and then will go all the way to maybe $10, which is really awesome. But SHIB definitely has a place in the community now. It is growing faster than ever. All the cryptos are growing as well. Within the last 365 days, SHIB is clearly the best crypto investment with a 5 million ROI according to Crypto Bubbles. I know stories of people who have put in, you know, massive amounts of money into crypto and got back bigger amounts. And that's something I'm super excited for. You know, they put in $600, they got back millions. And if they got like such a big increase, 5 million, you know, getting 1.7 million out of $600 is simply crazy to me. Imagine if you put in $200 into SHIB a year ago, or maybe a year or 2 years. Well, 2 years ago, SHIB wasn't even made. But SHIB definitely has potential now, and it became one of the fastest growing basically cryptos, and it definitely will stay there as long as, you know, the developers keep listening, as long as developers keep doing their own thing, their own updates. SHIB will only grow from now on. You know, people are making their own NFTs, which will increase the prices as well. But in India, auto drivers are accepting cryptocurrency. It's just the beginning. We accept cryptocurrency. Like, this is bullish. How bullish is this? Like, imagine if a driver in India accepts SHIB. He does that multiple times, and then SHIB grows to, I don't know, maybe a third of a cent. Imagine how rich he will be. He will probably buy a house, which is really awesome to be, you know, props to people accepting cryptocurrencies for their services. I see a lot of people putting stickers on their cars for Shiba Inu, and we're growing as a community. The community is not going anywhere as it's now been established. It's now growing, finally. Now, Bitcoin mining difficulty jumps a second time as miners settle offshore. Bitcoin mining difficulty took a second jump following the dip in mid-July as the mining ecosystem continues its recovery. And now, The mining difficulty of the Bitcoin network took a dive after China has announced a crackdown on mining operations. And there's an enormous amount of machines coming out of China that need to find new homes. So more miners coming in means a massive price increase, and it's only a matter of time now before we go back to it at its highest. I don't think Bitcoin will be stopping at $64,000. I think it will keep growing. It will probably reach $100,000 at some point, because this is unbelievable. I have predicted that we're going to be seeing a growth in September for SHIB, and I was partially right. We're seeing the growth in August. So, that is a beautiful, beautiful growth. China's move against Bitcoin mining was credited to energy concerns due to electricity consumption of mining operations, but the reports suggest that the mainstream tech giant holds shares of Coinbase stock. Now, end of quarter 2 holdings for Intel showed a small stock of coin shares valuing between 500,000 and 1 million at the time of publication. So some of the big whales are also holding the Coinbase stocks. Hopefully, they can convince Coinbase to finally list Shiba Inu. People have been talking a lot about Coinbase and Shiba Inu. And when this happens, when we just had the announcement of Coinbase listing Shiba Inu, that's when we saw the big price increase. And SHIB has survived multiple dips and will probably be going only higher and higher. So exchange commission, because it owns more than 100 million in publicly traded investments. So Intel was obligated to disclose the stake to the Securities and Exchange Commission. So someone is holding a large proportion of Coinbase stocks. Now that is something else to me. But Intel basically is holding a large Coinbase stock, which, does provide some speculation, some rumors. Why are they holding that? Are they interested in crypto? Maybe. Will Intel accept currencies in crypto? Are they building their own, GPU miner in crypto? Who knows at this point? But one thing is for sure. If Intel is owning massive holdings, so 1 million in stocks, about 760,000, they know something. They definitely know something. Now, Polygon acquires Herm's network for 250 million, will merge native tokens. We believe this is a historical moment that will also be, the best of our knowledge, the first full-blown merger of the two blockchain networks, said Polygon. London court orders Binance to track hackers behind 2.6 million fetch AI attack. So it seems like the hackers, the scammers, they're all soon gonna be tracked down. So we need to dispel the myth that crypto assets are anonymous. The reality is that the right rules and applications, they can be tracked, traced, and recovered. So it seems like they're actually cracking down on scammers, and this is looking very bullish for the crypto prices, as a lot of these countries are afraid that a lot of people will be scammed in the cryptocurrency sector. But it's not looking like that. It's looking more and more and more like that the regulations are not stopping cryptocurrencies. Back in March, back in May, regulations were a big part of the price movement, of the price correction. But now we're finally doing it. We are winning. We are getting to those points where cryptocurrency exchanges and their regulation has no effect. So the crypto exchange giants said the decision was part of the efforts aimed at the proactive compliance with regulatory demands. I don't think this will, actually make that big of a price impact on the price itself. So all of the FUD, everybody is ignoring the FUD right now, as everyone is super happy on what is happening. But are NFTs being used for money laundering? Yes, they are, claims Mr. Whale. So that's something else to me. Will Shiba Inu be used for money laundering? That's a completely different thing we have to get into. But, people are saying that if you spent, 1 million on your own NFT, you could launder that money. And stronger crypto regulations in the US won't necessarily help prevent fraud. So fraud is still happening. We as a Shiba Inu community took down all the scammers, but there's still a lot of scams out there. He said an incubator approach might be one possible solution to the current patchwork of financial regulations in the United States. And President of Argentina open to Bitcoin and a CBDC, but central bank says no. Argentina's president is open to the idea of central bank digital currency, but the country's central bank had rejected the idea. So seems like, it's like a 50-50 right now. Only 4% of people own cryptocurrency. I'd say like maybe 0.000004 or something like that of the population owns SHIB, even less than that. But if 4% of people use cryptocurrency, imagine if we get that number to 20%. Imagine if we get that number to 50%. If half the population started using crypto, the price of Bitcoin would be at 500,000 for sure. Now, Argentina President Alberto Fernandez has indicated support for a digital asset, asserting there's no reason to push back against the emerging asset class. So if a president is bullish on crypto, you know that Bitcoin is not in those adoption stages anymore, where it's just, going to be growing and growing. It's now on those stages where people finally realized that crypto is mainstream. Crypto is now mainstream, and that's the beauty behind it. Many people in the world have these concerns, and that is why the project or system has not yet expanded, but it's something to consider. Now, Bitcoin cancels entire day's Bitcoin price dip with a fresh push above 46,000. No more dips, and if Bitcoin rebounds so fast, the ticket to the moon will never expire. We are getting closer and closer to the moon every single day. We are gonna be skyrocketing. So that is something I'm super excited for today. Thank you so much for watching. But until next time, peace everyone.